Hello, welcome to this class designed to warm up your core in a hands-free way. This can be good to be practiced before you're going to use stronger upper body classes, if you like, such as arm balances or inversions, because you'll have warmed up your core but not tired your wrists and your elbows and your upper arms so much. We'll start lying down, and you may want to have a brick at hand. So starting on your backs, feet flat, knees up, hands relaxed with the palms facing up towards the ceiling by the side of the body. Start to notice how you are feeling right now, how the imprint of your body into the floor, how it looks. Your mind's eye, do you feel that you're balanced from one side to the other? Would a few more breaths allow you to soften into the ground? Or perhaps you need to have a little shuffle about. Remember to only ever go as far as you feel is comfortable for your body. On your next inhale, you can slowly open your eyes if they're not already opened. And then here, take your hands, interlace the fingers, press the palms away from you, stretch the wrists up towards the ceiling, then bend those elbows and take the hands behind the head so that you have the elbows facing up towards the ceiling. So it's like a little helmet around your head. My thumbs are pointing towards my shoulders, so I know that I'm not holding on, I'm just relaxing. And the hands are going to be the instigators really on the next posture. So I know I said we're going to go hands-free, but as in we're not putting pressure onto the hands, we're merely using them as a tool to carry the weight of our heads. So tuck the chin as you inhale, and then as you exhale, you're going to lift the head with the help of the hands. So this stretches the back of the neck without you having to use the muscles around, because it's just the hands that are being the support here. Stay another couple of breaths, and then release the head down. Take the hands away, take them into cactus arms or goalkeeper arms where the fingers are pointing behind you, and you're bending the elbows, and the upper arms and forearms are still resting on the floor. Then you can gaze from side to side gently. So we're stretching and releasing the neck very gently. Good. Now again, you can interlace the hands behind the head, elbows up. This time, tuck the chin. As you inhale, you lift the head. So again, the head doesn't lift by itself, it's the hands that lift the head. But you're going to see if you can lift the shoulders, and then maybe a little higher up. So you're having to engage, if you're touching, doop, 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 you're having to engage your core muscles. Lovely. And then you're going to release. Take the elbows out to the side, but keep the hands behind your head. Take a couple of breaths. And here, pressing those feet down into the floor. So press, 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 as if you were going to lift your bottom up off the floor, except you're not. You're just engaging your feet here. And then you're going to imagine that your tailbone, so that's right at the bottom of your spine, is trying to go towards the space between your feet. So you're engaging, you're pivoting the pubic bone. Keep this going, elbows up towards the ceiling. Inhale, and then as you exhale, roll over onto your right shoulder, so the right shoulder stays in contact with the floor as the left elbow goes towards the right side. Inhale, shoulders both back towards the floor. Exhale, roll over onto your left shoulder to take the right elbow toward the left side. Good, we're going to do this twice more. Inhale, relax everything to the center, including the head. Exhale, roll over onto the right shoulder, elbow towards the right. Inhale, all the way down. Exhale. Good. Inhale down, one to either side again. And then release the head, release the hands, stretch the legs. Take one big breath in through the nose and exhale loudly through the mouth. Twice more. Once more. Releasing perhaps the little tensions that have been created by the engagement of the core muscles at the front here. The next one that we are going to do is to take the knees in towards the chest and hug the knees in. And then you're going to bring the shins parallel to the floor. If the knees are in line with the hips, you might already feel the engagement of your core. If this is too much, so some of us have got more curving to the lower back, and if you feel that this is really just not helping engaging that core and actually feeling a little tense, you can either place a rolled up blanket that you can put underneath your lower back so you feel you're pressing against it, or you can bring the knees a little bit more in to keep that lower back safer. So wherever you are, that is good and comfortable for you here. You're going to, one leg at a time, you're going to very gently drop toes towards the floor. And you come back up. Other leg. And you come back up. And again. Now, are you tensing into the upper body and the shoulders? If you are, bring the knees a little bit more in. And maybe don't go as far down. Be honest with yourself. I've lost count. Just for good measure, we're going to finish this round. Good. And then hug the knees in towards the chest. So when we talk about the core, it isn't simply the stomach muscles. It is the diaphragm, all the way down to the pubic bone and the sort of interwebbed matters that are inside, the muscles that are there, the sides, and also the back here. So next we're going to take the hands behind the thighs, tuck the toes, and then we're going to start to roll. We'll take some spinal rolls. And then come back up. Hovering up off the floor, we're going to cross the legs. Cross the legs and hold on to the outside of the feet. So if you're not sure what it looks like, I'm going to have to use my hands on this one. You don't have to, then you can stay where you are. So we're crossing the legs here. And we're using our core muscles to lift the chest. So we're not rounding into the back, we are really lifting here. And then you're going to stretch the front leg up towards the side here, so you get a nice little hamstring stretch whilst you're here. If your hand doesn't go all the way to the foot, you can hold under here as well. Good. And then we're going to roll back onto our spine. I cannot do this, I've got a cupboard behind me, so there we go. Roll again. And you roll about 3 or 4 times. But the next time you come back up, and the last time, this is the other leg that comes up towards the front when you cross your legs. So that when you hold onto the outside of the feet and you extend, you're doing the other side. Again, remember, if your hand doesn't reach towards the foot, you're more than welcome to take it towards the ankle or on the underneath. Whatever allows you to have a little leg stretch as well as managing your balance really here. Good, and then let's release. Can we cross the legs and come up to being seated here at the front of the mat, cross-legged. Good. From here, one hand to the side of the hip, left hand to the side of the hip, right arm comes up. Let's take a little side bend. So stretching into the obliques. Back through towards the center, over to the other side. Come back to the center. This time bring yourself forward. So if it's not comfortable for you to fold forward with your legs crossed, you're more than welcome to extend the one leg, extend both legs and come forward, or have the knees bent. It's up to you. And then we're going to release here the lower back. Slowly bring yourselves back up. Good. Take your knees back up, and then you're going to hover those feet parallel to the floor. You can have, this is Navasana, your boat. If you feel that you need to, you can have the hands lightly to the floor to help. Or you can have the hands to the side, just use those core muscles. And then we're going to take one foot down, one foot up. Variation, go back onto your back and having those shins parallel to the floor, the knees a little bit in towards the chest. And then here, we're going to sway from side to side. Bit like a tippy up. So my legs are going to the right as my hips are going to the left, and my hips are going to the left as my legs are going to the right. My hips are moving all the time, of course. And then from here, if you can, you're going to try to come onto your knees and then go back to the other side. So you're sort of sweeping your legs. And what will happen a little bit is that you're sort of going around your mat this way. But you're certainly using your core and possibly cleaning the floor with the knees as well. If it's not comfortable for you to do this, sit whilst we're doing this, and I will show you how to do it a different way. Ta-da! We're back to the center. We're going to roll onto our backs. Notice I'm just not using my hands, but of course you can use them as a support rather than as power, if you like. So here, if rolling up on your knees just wasn't quite for you, this time we're going to be like a little bug, and you can take the hands behind the thighs And then you're going to roll up and then shift your body to the side. Roll up, shift your body to the side, roll up, shift the body to the side. It's very smooth, very dignified, very lady or gentlemanly like, of course. That's what we are. Also quite a lot of fun, I think. I'd like to think anyway. Woohoo! And here you can cross your legs or again have your feet out to the side. What we're going to come back to is a standing posture. So actually I'm going to take my legs out to the side. I'm going to come onto my shins. And to lift up here, I'm going to put one foot forward, press, and then come up. Now, it's a little bit like, I feel like we've taken the snow globe, if a snow globe was the core muscles, and we've gone, so we've really engaged those. Now, one last posture to check if we are in balance with this is being somewhere in the middle of your mat. You're going to bend one knee, take the other leg back so the toes are to the floor. Roll the shoulders up and back so you've got quite a length, a little sort of crescent shape. You can keep that front knee bent and then you can engage forward. So you can take the hands to the side of the body, start to lift the leg here. You can come into your aeroplane, you can come into your full warrior 3, dropping the chest, keeping those hips facing forward, and then come up and out of this. We'll try it on the other side. So take the weight onto the other leg, take the other foot back, the one that was just your support, bend the front knee, again lengthen, so you lengthen the tailbone, pivots the pubic bone, opens up into the front of the body, bending the supporting knee, and then depends where your arms want to go. You can be the rocket man coming forward, the aeroplane, or that full warrior 3. Good, and then release the leg, come back up to standing. Tuck the chin, slowly roll yourself down unless you have an issue with your back, in which case hands to knees and chin. And then you're hanging down here. This will serve as your forward fold. Now you can slide your feet underneath your hands so that your toes reach the creases in your wrists to get an extra stretch. So release into the neck. Take a few breaths here, belly to thighs. And then release your hands. Slowly walk the hands forward, come down onto your shins. Very, very, very gently sit back onto your heels or sit on your bottom and extend your legs forward. And then find yourself seated here. Take the palms facing up towards the ceiling. The spine comes back into a neutral shape. And take a few breaths. Open your eyes, inhale, namaste.